Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Eva Junita. I'm from a morning class. In this video, I will present my material about reference and sense. What is a reference? A word reference is the particular thing, person, place, and extra, which an expression stands for on a particular occasion of use, and it changes each time the word is applied to a different object or situation in the world. For example, the queen has fallen off the table. If we are talking about a rowdy evening at Buckingham Palace in 2009, the reference of the word queen is Her Majesty Elizabeth II, and the reference of the world table is a particular piece of English royal furniture, but we are talking not about Elizabeth II, but about Queen Margrethe of Denmark. The word queen and the table have different reference, not Elizabeth II and the English piece of furniture, but Margrethe and the Danish one. Some different kind of reference. Three kind of difference is reference are: first is concrete and abstract, second is unique and non-unique, and the last is countable and non-countable. First, concrete and abstract reference. Concrete reference are objects that can be seen or touched. For example, door, leaf, stone, rabbit, and extra. And next is abstract reference. Mean they cannot be perceived directly through the sense. For example, idea, problem, reason, knowledge, and extra. And the next is unique and non-unique reference. Unique reference. A referring expression has fixed reference when the referent is a unique set of entities, such as Lake Ontario, Japan, Boris Yeltsin, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and Philippine Island, and extra. For example, we swam in Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario always refer to the same body of water. Non-unique reference. A referring expression has variable reference if its reference might be different every time it is used. That dog, my uncle, several people, a lake, and extra. For example, we swam in a lake. A lake can refer to various bodies of water. And the last is countable and non-countable reference. Countable reference refer to items that are separate from another, which can ordinarily be counted one by one. For example, apples, coins, pens, toothbrushes, and extra. Non-countable reference. If the references are concrete, have three kinds of reference. First is, some refer to continuous substance, which do not consist of natural discrete part. Example, apple sauce, mouth toothpaste, and extra. Second, others name substance that consists of numerous particles not worth counting. For example, rice, salt. And the last is a few non-countable unlike whose part have quite different names. Example, furniture, jewelry. What is the difference between constant and variable reference? Some expressions will have the same reference across a range of other ranges of constant reference. For example, the Eiffel Tower, the Pacific Ocean. Some expressions will have their reference totally dependent of context or variable reference. For example, I wrote to you. She put it in my office. Sense referring. get to know the material about referent and non-referent expression. That we can apply this direction in two ways. First, there is a linguistic expression that can never be used to refer to word, and an author says that this is something that is not intrinsically referring. So actually, a noun has the potential to refer to an expression. The second use of the difference refer or not refer concern the type of element that could potentially refer to, such as distinguishing between example when speaker use them to refer to an example when they don't. Example: the purpose of sense referring itself is to refer to objects in the complex real world. One suggests that well-formatted expression should be informative, concise, and not difficult to understand. For example, we can look the picture. In this picture, we know that it contains the giraffes. Ref Coco 1 is giraffe on left, 2 first giraffe on left. And next, Ref Coco plus 1 giraffe with lowered head, 2 giraffe head down. And the last is Ref Coco G. 1 is an adult giraffe scratching its back with its horn, 2 giraffe hugging another giraffe. Referring expression. A referent expression is an expression used instead to refer to something or someone. The same expression can be a reference expression or not depending on the context. The condition that makes an expression can be called a referent expression when the speaker and listener have the same perception of what is being said. And an introduction to a referring expression is from the form of reference type expression. Next is ways of referring. Proper names which have unique reference like Lake Ontario, Barbara Collins, the Battle of the Eiffel Tower. Pronoun such as she, he, they, it. Example: they were off school last week. Non-phrase that have noun with variable reference as the head, preceded by the determiner and possibly followed by one or more complements. Next is opaque context. A part of sentence which becomes a complete sentence by the addition of a reference expression. Opaque context typically involve a certain kind of verb like want, believe, think, and wonder about in the form complete sentence. But we also can find opaque context in short expression. Because of this kind of verb, it was often in the context that indefinite noun phrase could be ambiguous between a referring and a non-referring expression. And next is example of opaque context. There is an example of opaque context formula. And next is example of sentence of opaque context. I think the President of Indonesia is good. If we look at this example sentence, we will misunderstand the meaning of the sentence because it does not specifically explain the President of Indonesia and also the year. Because the President of Indonesia true of SBY and Jokowi, but the year is different. There is SBY in 2010 and Jokowi in 2020. So that's called of opaque context. And next is equative sentence. A simple declarative sentence which has two referring expressions indicating the same reference. An equative sentence is one which is used to assert the identity of the referring expression. To accept that too. The equative sentence. We sometimes have two referring expressions for one referring. Paris, the capital of France. These two referring expressions can make one sentence that is called an equative sentence. Look at this sentence. Paris is the capital of France. Honey is the manager. The capital of the France is Paris. The manager is Honey. Okay everyone, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.